Good evening, welcome. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. I'm your host, Fentio Tahir Fentio. Coming up over the next 60 minutes, we will look at the start of the Ghana Premier League season. Kumasi Asante Kotoko held at home to Hearts of Lions, but the game was not without controversy. Hearts of Oak, on the other hand, were absolutely thumped in Tamale. Well, thump is not exactly the right word, but RTU left it late to stab them right in the heart. We'll review match day one of the Ghana Premier League. There was the season-ending Diamond League in Eugene, Oregon, where two world records fell. We'll look back at what happened there as well as the men's pole vault. Mundo Duplantis, the man just can't stop flying. And Chege Gudai setting a new world record in the women's 5,000 meters. All of that to come. Plus the Premier League, Chelsea couldn't beat Bournemouth, struggling, yet still. Man United, on the other hand, embarrassed by Brighton, who basically now own Old Trafford. They've beaten them 4 times in a row now. What is wrong with Manchester United? Basically, it's the question. No problems for Man City or Arsenal or Liverpool. They are high-flying. Spurs provided the best drama in the Premier League this weekend. We'll look at that as well. Also, we'll look at Serie A, okay? And in Serie A, there was a big game. It was AC Milan against Inter Milan. It's a Milan derby, which eventually ended up being a very one-sided affair. We'll take a look at that as well. Plus, in La Liga, Real Madrid kept it 100%, back to back to back to back to back. Of course, Barcelona also got a win. We'll look back on what happened in La Liga this weekend too. And look ahead to Champions League football, which returns this weekend after, about 4 months off. We are now back again for Tuesday night and Wednesday night football. This show here on Joy Prime every Monday night is brought to you by Syntex Tank, also Hunters, as well as Pride Bet. We will take a very short break. When we come back from this, I will introduce my guest, and then we can start showing you some highlights. The show is very packed today, and of course, it's streaming live on YouTube as well as other platforms. And you can get in touch with us. It's interactive on social media. Use the hashtag SportsZone on Twitter. The hashtag is SportsZone on Twitter. Use that to get in touch with me. Leave a message with that hashtag. I'll retweet them, share them with the rest of our viewers. And also, if you prefer WhatsApp, the number is 0551 575757. 0551 575757. Okay? That's what it is. It's a very packed show. I've got one question for you, Man United and Chelsea fans. What is going on with your club? What is going on with your club? What is wrong? What has to change for you to start to win? Chelsea can't get a win to save their lives. They can't score goals to save their lives. Man United are horrible. What is going on? Is it the coach? Is it the players? Is it tactics? Is it injuries? What must change? I'm interested in your thoughts. 0551 575757. Hashtag SportsZone on Twitter. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. What you see on the screen there is the Al Nasser bus, okay, being chased down the street of Tehran in Iran, the capital of Iran. The reason? Because Cristiano Ronaldo and the Al Nasser team are in Tehran to play an AFC Champions League game. And the people have seen the Ronaldo bus, the Al Nasser bus. Everybody wants to see Ronaldo. In fact, the team had to cancel their training because they couldn't get away into the training ground. The hotel room, the players didn't sleep. They were there and partied from evening till the next morning and followed the team back everywhere, all because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Boy, there are superstars and there are superstars. Ronaldo went to Tehran and everything stopped. But bring those visuals back again. What is this? Because even the only thing I remember, like, this is madness. This is madness. That's the Al Nassr team bus. And everybody wants a glimpse of Ronaldo. It's unbelievable. And look at wow. Wow. If this is Ronaldo, I wonder what will happen if Messi goes there. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. Sports Zone on Joy Prime is brought to you by Syntex Tank. Whatever your preferred color of water tank is, make sure it's Syntex. And Syntex will make sure they provide for you. And you can basically choose whatever color you want. Okay? Whatever guarantees you want, they have it. In fact, they actually give you up to 7-year warranty. No other water tank manufacturer gives you that much warranty. Only Syntex Tank. That's how much they believe in their product. Okay? They have over 300 agents nationwide, and so you have no reason whatsoever to not buy a Syntex tank. Additional reason to buy a Syntex tank, just call them and ask for the Fentio discount that I said it. They give you a discount on whatever tank it is that you want to buy from them. To order a tank from them, just call them 0244-335168. 0244-335168. And they also do deliveries as well. So it's incredible customer service. Okay? Syntex tank, strong, tough. And that's why they will give you a 7-year warranty. Okay? Sports Zone is also brought to you by Hunters, who have introduced the red apple cider, which has real apples. Okay, unlike other ciders, the Hunters red apple cider is made from 100% pure apple juice. So whatever your refreshment needs are, when you gather as a family or individuals on a rainy day, on a hot day, whatever your refreshment needs are, make sure it is a Hunters. Enjoy it on its own, or you can pair it with your favorite meal, okay, for a delicious and satisfying experience. Experience the true taste of real apples in every sip with the Hunters Red Apple Cider, okay? When you buy that chinchinga and you're enjoying it, make sure you have a bottle of Hunters right there, right next to you, okay? It's another quality product from Casa Preco. For bulk purchase, you can just call them 0262 351251. 0262-351251. Okay, Sports Zone is also sponsored by Pride Bet. And if you like the sound of free, yes, free, I do too. Everybody likes free, okay? Simply register with Pride Bet and you get to enter the free daily sports quiz to win 25,000 Ghana cedis every day. And that's what I say, because it's a sports quiz. That one, you're using your knowledge, okay? And you might think that you don't know a lot. Trust me, you know a lot, okay? Especially if you watch Sports Zone, because over here we provide a lot of information, okay? When was the last time Man United won a game? That one you might have to think small, but it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, but make sure you do. So whatever it is that your knowledge in sports is, Pride Bet is here to give you daily rewards for your knowledge in sports, okay? Just go to pridebet.com.gh now to play. All new players also get 100% welcome bonus on your first deposit. So it's amazing. Branenia Grow. War Pride Bet. Come, let's play at Pride Bet. Pride Bet, let's go. And of course, it's regulated by the Gaming Commission. This evening, I'm joined by my favorite human being, Danny Cranting. It's here, as well as Sheikh Mustafa.
Where from the Mustafa?
Mubarak. Welcome back, my brother. How are you guys?
Thanks.
All right?
In Matthew 19:14.
Yes, I know my Bible.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ said, let the little children come to me.
That's true.
The disciples wanted to stop the children from getting to Christ.
That is true.
Okay. And he says, hey, let the children come to me.
Allow them.
While others have bodyguards.
Yes.
Even their colleagues can't even shake them after matches.
It's true.
And others are allowing the people of Iran to have access to him. That is humility. You understand?
Cristiano. Yeah, but this is wonderful to see.
Let
honestly.
the people come to me.
Yeah, this is amazing. Anyway, so that's Cristiano Ronaldo in Tehran, Iran. Okay, Tehran, Iran. Okay,
Yes.
only country whose capital rhymes with the name of the country. Tehran, Iran. Accra, Ghana. It doesn't rhyme. Kenya, Nairobi. Doesn't rhyme. You say Pretoria, South Africa. Doesn't rhyme. Iran, Tehran. That's right.
I like it.
Okay, good. Let's get this out of the way first. Athletics, the season-ending Diamond League was this weekend, and it was incredible. Okay, 2 world records went down. Let's just watch the highlights. Amazing stuff for Armand Duplantis. 6.23 meters, the highest anybody has ever jumped in the men's pole vault. And he just keeps breaking his own record. He tried it a lot in Budapest. It didn't come together for him. He set that previous record, 6.22, in the same venue last year during the World Championships. Tried to break it in Budapest, didn't come together, and the Eugene Diamond League, it finally came together for him there in front of his whole family. Remember, he's competing for Sweden, but he was born and raised in the US, in Louisiana, basically. So his entire family is in the US. He just decided to compete for Sweden, where his father is originally from. So basically that's that. Anyway, a world record, of course, for Gudai Chege as well. She's now broken my good friend Faith Kipyegon's 5,000 meter record. She came this close to going under 14 seconds, 14.00.21 seconds. It's a massive world record in the 5,000 meters. As you saw there, another person that tried to break a world record but couldn't was obviously Shericka Jackson. She tried the women's 200 meters, and it didn't come together. But she said ultimately she was still happy to win the Diamond League. Andre de Grassi, the Olympic champion, pulled it from, just basically pulled a rabbit out of her heart to win the men's 200 meters there. On day one, the 100 meters surprisingly was won by Daniel Cranton's favorite sprinter, Christian Coleman. And you also saw the story of the weekend, obviously, was Tobi Amusan, the Nigerian, the world record holder in the women's 100-meter hurdles, coming from nowhere and winning the Diamond League. She's now made it 3 Diamond League trophies in a row. And just a day after she won, it's now been revealed that the Athletics Integrity Unit have appealed the disciplinary decision against her, which was basically dismissing the suspension and the claims that she had missed some 3 compulsory doping tests within a 12-month period. Now, that suspension came just before the World Championships, of course, and an independent tribunal ruled that she did not violate any regulations during that period. And then the AIU, who originally suspended her, were forced to lift the suspension. So they did, and then she went to the World Championships. It didn't go too well, obviously, because there were too many distractions. But during that period, the statement that cleared her clearly indicated that they had the intention of appealing the decision. And now they have filed an appeal at the highest judicial body of world sport, which is the Court of Arbitration for Sport, challenging the decision to dismiss the charges against Amusan. Basically now saying that they don't agree that she was not guilty, okay? And they want to challenge that. And they basically insisting that she is guilty and deserves to be suspended. No ruling has been done on that. Obviously, it just came out today that they have filed the appeal against the decision to dismiss the charges. And now, if they win, it means that we'll be back to a place where Amusan could be looking at a 1-year, 2-year, or even a 3-year ban for basically not failing a doping test, but for missing doping tests within a 12-month period. The rule is, because athletes get tested all the time. Out of competition tests, you'll be there randomly. They'll call you and say they're coming to test you for doping. And it is your job as an athlete to make yourself available. So if they come, the first one you miss, that's okay. If you miss the second one, That's okay. If you miss a third one, it triggers an automatic suspension. And that's what happened to her. Anyway, Daniel, any quick thoughts on the athletics before we move on?
No, really interesting competitions. Funny enough, you were talking about the Amazon race. It was really interesting. We had the top 3, in fact, top 4. We had the world champion, Olympic champion in the world record holder in there. And it was an incredibly fast race, 12.32, very, very fast. And the new world lead, in fact, this year. So
it's a world lead.
How fast it was.
Well, too many of them in Eugene.
When the 4 of them meet, it's always going to be a very fast time, and I wasn't surprised about that.
Interesting. All right, let's move it on then and come to Ghana. Okay, that's where the Ghana Premier League started this weekend. It started on Friday night. Hearts of Oak were in Tamale against RTU. They left it late, RTU that is, to beat Hearts of Oak by 1-0. Late header from Owusu, who used to be a cameraman. Mubarak.
Where's the cohesion? How can you play? How do these players understand their behavioral traits on the pitch? Where to move, when to move? How did they understand it? Yeah. 7 new players against RTU, and you are playing on a turf that you haven't worn there in a while. How do you do that? You have a new head coach, Kopman, who is now understanding the system.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not surprising at all. House of Oak deserved to lose, and they did it. Well, 1-0 is not in Grand Star, but yeah, they did that.
Not the best way to start the season, but they started with defeat. Kotoko started with a draw. They hosted Hearts of Lions, of course, at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. The match ended 0-0, but the biggest talking point was this. Okay, so a shot comes in, the Lions player scores, the linesman says it's offside. Look at it. The time he takes the shot, the player was nowhere near offside. Then he was the first to react, of course. He goes in, he bangs it into the back of the net, and the referee says it's an offside decision. Look, as he takes the shot, he is nowhere near. How do you miss that? Daniel, we can talk about incompetence. We can talk about giving the benefit of the doubt. You can talk about maybe deliberate cheating. But I don't know where you think this belongs. That's not the point. You know, okay, but now if you have to pause it, you have to pause it at the point the shot is being taken. That's where you can tell exactly the position of the player. And it makes no sense to me. I don't know if I'm maybe slightly overreacting. Daniel?
No, you're not overreacting because this is not a mistake. I don't think this is a mistake. It looks
don't you think it's a mistake?
No, but this can't be a mistake. You come on.
Well,
it's not like they were in line. He was properly positioned so he can see.
Yes.
It's not like they were in line.
Look
he
at this.
He was in front of at least 2 Kotoko defenders.
Yes.
So how can you tell me this is a mistake?
So here, all right, pause it there.
He's in front of 3 Kotoko defenders.
It makes no sense. And by this one, the ball was already in the air.
And the linesman is looking at it the same way I'm looking at it. So this is not a mistake. This can't be a mistake.
Wow.
You see, these sort of things, and we struggle to promote this league. Even the people who are responsible for the league, this is probably the worst build-up I've seen to a Ghana Premier League season. It doesn't even seem like they care. So
the elections has more buzz than the league.
Yeah. So we are spending precious airtime trying to promote the league. And then this is what the linesman is doing.
On match day 1.
On match day 1. You dare wait. You wait till like match day 6 or 7 when we've warmed up into the league. Match day 1.
Wow.
And probably the biggest fixture because everybody was looking forward to this one. Everybody was looking forward to this one. And this fixture has history.
It does.
This fixture has history. Yes.
Yes. It was a tough 4 game. I was there.
Charlie the guy.
You know. Anyway, so the match ended 0-0, but obviously this doesn't sell the league too well. And unfortunately, Heart of Lions feel robbed. And, you know, and rightly so, because I would be upset too if I were denied such a clean goal. The rest of the results from match day 1, Olympics and before Kwatano ended 0-0 in Accra. They are back to Accra. They've run away from Sogakope Great Olympics. Bregum Chelsea 2-0 winners against BBN Gold Stars. Legon Cities 2-1 winners against Karela. And Swatreman against Bechem United. Swatreman, they won comfortably 2-0. Samatex also 1-0 winners over Ejana. So Ejana not starting the league season well. and Kotoko and Hearts of Lions. You see the results there. 2 clubs were not in action. Those were Dreams FC. Well, 4 clubs. The teams that Dreams FC and Midiama were supposed to play. Dreams were actually supposed to play against Nations FC. That match will be played on Wednesday. Dreams were involved in a CAF Confederation Cup game against FC Calon. And they won that game by 2-1. That's the Dreams' first goal. Obviously, they scored first, and then Calon equalized, and then they got a penalty, which was converted, of course, by John Enchi with all of his experience, giving them a 2-1 victory there, by the way. So this is, I believe this is the second half of the game. That's the penalty, yes. I was there for this. And penalty, in your opinion, Daniel?
Some way.
So what do you mean, some way? So that was the winner. So John Enchi Barry said, no chance. The return leg is in a week's time. And Dreams FC just have to make sure they don't lose the fixture to make it through to the group stages. But the one that is even closer to making it to the group stages is Midiama Sports and Club, okay? They also took on the Guinean opponents, FC Horoya, who has a reputation in Africa, and they beat them comfortably by 3-1. In fact, they were 3-0 up, Midiama, before they conceded late on, which makes the return leg slightly complicated than if they had won by 3-0. But still, 3-1 is massive.
2 things I want to say about the couple of highlights we've
Yes.
watched. We saw the Tamale Sports Stadium. We saw the pitch.
Yes.
You saw the Accra Sports Stadium. You saw the pitch.
Yes.
You saw, you're looking at Cape Coast.
Yes.
You saw the pitch.
Yes. We are
Remember
seeing
when
the pitch.
Ghana played Liberia?
Yes.
Why are we doing this to our footballers? They should come and play here. No, it's better. It's better to play on the carpet here than to play on that pitch. Why are we doing this?
The pitch is not great.
So no, it's not like it's not great. It's terrible.
True.
It's terrible.
Okay.
And it's every season, every week we talk about this thing. It's not fair to the players. It's not fair to managers. When you put down a tactical plan, and the pitch can destroy everything for you. And we are not helping our clubs. Side issue. Number 2, the ball boy in the Midiama, Horoya game. That they should find that boy for me.
What do you want
Remember Tottenham Hotspur and Olympiacos?
Yes.
No, let's show the highlights of the first goal again. This is a quick thinking ball boy.
Took the ball, no.
Took the ball straight. He's reading the game.
Yes.
Ball goes out. Quick. He gives it to his boss.
That's right. Throw in.
Quick
Sharp.
throw in. 1-0.
That's it.
That is a quick thinking ball boy.
True.
And Evans Adoto must credit the boy.
He does.
Because this boy understands football.
He does.
And this is what set the team going.
Yes.
1-0, momentum. And then Midiama went on to win the game 3-1.
Yeah.
But this ball boy is solid. He is solid.
He is solid. All right. Let me read some messages now. And then we'll continue the conversation. Lots of you have sent in your messages. Ask the question, what is going on with Man United and Chelsea? And lots of you have been sending in your responses, as well as what you saw from that Kotoko penalty, or not penalty, disallowed goal incident against Heart of Lions. Daniel thinks that it wasn't a mistake. I don't know what you think. I feel like people have made worse mistakes than this. Sometimes I want to give the benefit of the doubt and say it's just sheer incompetence. Other times it's really, really complicated.
That would be worse.
Well, we have incompetent people everywhere, So anyway, Francis KFC at Kanjaga in the Upper East region, he says, so what at all is wrong with Poch and Chelsea? I don't really know the type of game they are playing. Disgusting football. Slow crack. Ghanaian officers have a long way to go in terms of football, he adds. Okay. As a Man United fan, I'm speechless. Saturday, Danny was on fire. Alberta inside Adentan. I think you're talking about Danny Warbeck. Chelsea's problem is the injury crisis. We will come back strongly. Inusa from Yendi sent that message. This one says, a little advice. That's Michael from Springtest. Says Barcelona is conquering Europe this season. And a little advice to Garnacho that he should avoid playing on the right before he follows the footsteps of Anthony and Greenwood. Shout out to Danny K. He said. Good evening, friend. I think Man United's problem is proper coaching. It's simple as that. So Eric Ten Hag needs to improve. Shadrach from Apam sent us that message. All right. Okay, good. Good evening. I'm Sani watching from Nabulo in Tumu. Okay. Natural Mo. May the Almighty Allah continue to bless you guys. And as for Karim, I leave him in the hands of Danike.
Oh, he'll come.
He gladly accepts him. He will come. He will be here. Jonas from Garu says, Man United problems are Ten Hag, Onana, and Rashford. You can't chase our goalkeeper away and bring a midfielder to come and keep. Ten Hag will go, trust me. A keeper who cannot save balls. Come on. Anytime our opponent attacks and I'm having the ball, my heart is always beating. Give. Abba, what kind of keeper is this? Jonas in Garo. Jonas, thank you for your message. This one says, the team is always playing well, but scoring is our problem. Chelsea will bounce back. This is Abu Banekoi from JFC in the Upper West, Sisala West District. I like that. I greet all the people in JFC, sorry. Ken Selassie from Adentan Pantan says, Rashford's selfishness, wrong decision making, and laziness cost us way more than it pays off with the few goals he scores. It's sad how some of our fans cannot understand this. All right, interesting. This message says, good evening, I'm Jesse from Alajo. Man City are showing the mark of true champions. I'm a proud citizen. Okay, Jesse, congratulations. I'm Daniel from Tamale. I'm a Chelsea fan. It's painstaking watching my beloved club go this low. I don't get it. From the coach to the owner of the club, everybody, since we lost about what they are. Okay, it's okay. All right, cool. I don't know whether to trust this project or just ignore. Anyway, blue is the color, football is the game. Blue for life. All right, Daniel, thank you for your message. Nana Kwame Bennington says, he's texting us from America House, Tasty Grill and Bar. It's a hard time to be a United fan, he says. I don't believe this has to do with coaching, but at least United is not playing well, but will still manage to score a goal, unlike Chelsea. Danike has something to say about that. He said United fans are hiding behind Chelsea to justify their team's poor performance, and you just proved his point. Good evening, guys. I'm Fat Joe from Suhum, Akrabo. I think I got that right. We bore you guys well. How can you advertise the start time of the show at 9 p.m. but always start late? Don't make the time of the show Ghana Man time. We beg you. And I've read it. The people responsible for that, fix it. We apologize. Don't worry. Good evening, friend. If CR7 can pull such a crowd, it means when Messi gets there, their president will have to declare national holiday. I agree with you. I agree.
You come with a bodyguard and be putting the people away from the streets. That's what you be doing.
That's a message from your favorite man. Castro Steven from China.
Ah, my guy.
Faisal from Wa says, Prince Indong. Faisal from Wa. He says, Chelsea is really confused, my brother. I don't understand what's going on wrong with our lovely club. Prince, me too, I don't understand. No. Locomotion from Kitampo. That's his name.
What a name.
I love it. The Man United, as for Man United, their problem is one. Get Maguire out of the team and everything will return to normalcy. Even though he's not playing, but his presence alone is bad luck for the team.
Break my head. Maguire.
Oh, Maguire is tired. Abdul Basit from Tamale, Lamashegu says, please tell everybody that Liverpool will win the EPL. Greet my wife and children, Fako and Ramsey, for me. All right, I greet your wife and your children. All right. See Jojo too. Jojo at Joy FM. He said Chelsea's problems can only be said to be spiritual because why is the ball just refusing to enter the net? Keep your messages coming. I'll take another batch of messages a little later. Also on Twitter, the hashtag is, of course, Sportzone. We'll go to Twitter too. Karim is looking at the messages from there. But let's do EPL now, okay, and start with the match everybody wants to talk about, and I really want to start there. Man United hosted Brighton, and they lost comfortably by 3-1. And the way the Brighton scored the goals, Tariq Lamptey had a game to remember. He made 2 assists. He was voted man of the match, and that's his cross. Boom, converted. Danny Welbeck 1-0. Mubarak, let me start with you. Let's get through this game.
Well,
and then at that point, United get a goal back, ruled out for offside. Ten Hag believes this was a turning point. But overall...
Yeah, friend, you know what? Let me give you 4 proverbs.
Proverbs?
4. Just quickly, 4.
I think the whole idea of a proverb is one can explain a lot of things. Why 4?
The problem is serious.
4. Oh, just 4. I mean, 2 for Brighton, 1 for Rashford, and then 1 for Erik ten Hag.
Okay.
The first one for Brighton is, there's a saying that no one challenges a lion in its den. I think they've done that, so let me applaud them.
Okay.
And the second one too is, anyway, you let me leave it because of time. Let me go to Rashford. Friends, no matter how high the eagle flies, it can never touch the sky. Rashford, on Brendan Huase, why? Born or born, Charlie.
Rashford is the reason you lost?
No, he's part of the reason. The chances he had.
Okay.
Look, the greed and the selfishness in his play is unthinkable.
Okay.
Let me go to Ten Hag.
Okay.
Ten Hag, I was in support of him in terms of some of his decisions. I mean, the sanction of players here and there and all that, trying to establish some sort of authority in the team. But I want to tell him that when you point one finger at someone, 3 fingers point back at you.
Okay.
He's responsible for the mess at the moment.
Okay.
Last season, we saw how United started on a dismal note, and then he made changes. He benched Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw and co, and the team started performing. Cristiano Ronaldo and co, they were all dropped to the bench. We want to see similar action. The underperforming players must be put to the bench.
Who are they, if you have to list?
Casemiro.
Not pulling his weight. He's
Yes,
on retirement, as many people expected.
He's ponderous. He owns me, Janet.
I see.
Casemiro, he must be dropped. Lisandro Martinez, I don't know what he's doing. Nowadays,
You saw the way Pascal Gross did to him. Sat him down.
Oh!
They said
Lindelof
too much go.
Martial there, I don't want to see him near the team.
Okay, so Martial. Okay, shit, calm down. Martial, who else?
It's okay. Rashford, he must be warned.
Not dropped, warned. Okay.
I'm done.
Wan-Bissaka is injured.
Oh, yeah, so now, well, the
Garnacho, somebody sent a message to Garnacho. He said you should stop playing on the right. Otherwise,
yeah,
he will follow.
On the right wing, it hasn't been easy. United, we've lost 2, combined, 150 million pound wingers.
Yes.
Sancho.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, that's a training ground issue.
Okay.
Anthony.
Okay.
Yes. You all know the issue.
Yes.
So I think, the person might be right. You start playing on the left.
Interesting. But one of the
on a more serious note,
yes.
friends, I think Erik ten Hag must be
up and doing.
Yes, he has to. He has to show his authority because there are so many players in there who are not pulling their weight. Okay, he has to drop them. And then the game against Brighton, he played a new system, 4-4-2. I don't remember the last time United played that particular system. He didn't try it in pre-season. Why is he trying it now against a very, very good Brighton side? You don't make experiments.
Them in the previous 3 meetings.
Yes, in the last 4 matches, United have not won against Brighton. You don't make trials against this particular team. We've lost all. You don't make trials against this particular team. Okay, you could make a point that United played well in the first 20 minutes and should have taken the lead. Yeah. But this is Brighton. If you don't take your chances, the first chance they had, they took it. They are so clinical. At the moment, what I can say about United is that we are weak in defense.
United are weak in defense.
Yes,
not we.
United are weak in defense. Wasteful in attack and too easy to play against.
Interesting. One of the main talking points, and this is, we're being serious here, everybody is now talking. In fact, Fabrizio Romano had to go on Twitter and go and ask whether De Zerbi is now the best coach in the world. The build-up today, Brighton's second goal, 30 passes. It was beautiful to watch. Benaya, where is it? Show me the video. It was beautiful. Look, this is how, Daniel, just talk me through it. This is how they started, with the goalkeeper. And every Brighton player touched the ball.
Yeah.
You know,
Look,
this is masterclass. And they work the ball from right to left to middle, Tariq Lamptey. And it looks like on another day, another player will go straight down. No, he's patient, brings it back to Tariq, who played at left back, by the way, or left wing back, if you like.
You see, the interesting thing about this Brighton team is it is not personal dependent.
Yes.
The instructions are clear. Every role has its instructions. So whoever plays, we basically see the same thing. We see him chop and change his team as and when he likes. This game, Estupinian didn't play. Solimarch didn't play. This is their 5th game. They've lost their best player from last season in Caicedo.
Yeah.
Yet, they still look as solid. Cole is not in this team anymore. They literally lost their spine.
Yeah.
But they are still as solid as we saw from last season. We saw something very interesting.
Who scored a hat-trick last weekend.
Was put on the bench this game. We saw something very interesting last season. Straight after the FA Cup final, he benched about 70% of that team, went to face Wolves, won 6-0. And that is just a sort of, that is coaching.
Under his reign, more teenagers what is going on with you?
It's also because of the Man United structure. Friend, some things won't work. I said it at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's frustrating is because Ten Hag is being stubborn. Okay, a single pivot in modern day football is extremely difficult to do. We saw Pep try it with Rodri.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. Rodri's first season in the Premier League, the first few months, he tried a single pivot where he was the only one holding the fort in the middle. It didn't work. He stopped. Casemiro, as it stands, when you are talking about elite defensive midfielders of the modern day, he's not up there.
His legs are gone.
It's not even the legs. He's not a good receiver, which is now a prime and a basic requirement of a modern day
He's more of a destroyer.
He's more of a destroyer, and football has moved past that.
Yeah.
So we are seeing several things that are very wrong with this Manchester United system. Now, something that shocked me, and when I say single pivot, I'm talking about Casemiro and then whoever is on top of him. We saw this week, Man United played a 4-4-2 diamond. Casemiro, the only one holding. Then you have Eriksen and then McTominay with Bruno at the tip. That role they gave Eriksen is a complete setup defensively because he can't cover the wide areas and the central areas. He doesn't have the legs for that.
He doesn't have the energy.
He doesn't have the energy. So that was a big mistake from Ten Hag. And even when he was doing the 4-1-4-1, this is a thing that really annoys me, and I'll be plain and simple. Look, if you are going to set up yourself in the manner that you are going to press, then you actually have to make an effort to press. You can't just put bodies in front of the ball and then be following the ball, because that's what Man U were doing in that passing sequence. Yeah. There were players there.
They were just keeping the shape.
They were just keeping it. They were just watching.
To take risk.
You look. You can't do that. No elite team will do that. That non-existent press must stop. And if you want to help the defensive shape of the team, they have to press. And that is what is exposing the defensive line. Remember when people were going at Maguire? I said, look, in as much as he's not my favorite player, but the way he's left exposed time and time again, it is not a Maguire problem. That you will change personnel.
No. It's a structure issue.
It's a structure issue, and now people are saying Lisandro Martinez is also suffering the same thing. Look, Ten Hag seriously needs to sit up. Because at this rate, when he was doing well, we praised him. But this is not it. This really isn't it. You've played what? 5 games this season. You've lost 3 already. You've conceded 10 goals in 5 games. That's an average of 2. If you look at Manchester United's passes per defensive action in this game against Brighton, 23 as against Brighton's 13. What it means is that Brighton passed the ball 23 times before Man United attempts to try and win the ball. That's at an elite level. It can't work. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it means that they're basically just happy to allow Brighton to have the ball. It makes no sense. Another team struggling at Chelsea, they were held to a 0-0 draw by Bournemouth on Sunday, and it was a game that really Chelsea created lots of chances, to be honest. Probably should have scored. And they hit the post there.
The pole doesn't move.
They hit the pole again. In the second half, they did everything to score. It didn't happen. And Chelsea clearly are struggling. After that opening weekend draw against Liverpool, expectations were very high. So far, it's not worked out for them. Jackson seems to be their only striker, and he's going to go off to the AFCON in January, in just 3 months' time.
It will not make a difference.
So it looks like it's going to go from bad to worse for Chelsea. But Daniel, you were telling me earlier, Chelsea are not necessarily playing badly. They're just not scoring.
Look, the Chelsea issue it has nothing to do with the coach.
Yeah.
Pochettino is doing brilliantly. There's a clear structure we can see. In fact, it will interest you to know Chelsea have outperformed every team in terms of XG this season. Chelsea are supposed to be winning games.
Yeah.
Look, Chelsea have had 81 shots this season, 24 on target. They've created 15 big chances this season. They've missed 12.
That's like this. How do you not score?
How do you not score this? Chelsea's XG this season is 10. They've scored 5 goals. Chelsea are underperforming their XG by 5.
Look at this chance, for example.
Look, they are doing well, but it just takes you back to the problem at the start of the season when we said Chelsea still need a proper goal scorer in there to complete this team. Because Jackson is not matured. He's not ready. So you can't put a burden of goals on his shoulder, and that is what we are seeing. If Chelsea had half a decent striker, a decent finisher, let me put it that way, they could easily have won at least 3 out of their 5 games. Because
Talk about one of the reasons Chelsea are struggling. This is mad, Daniel. This is ridiculous.
If all these players come back, with the exception of Nkunku, it will still be the same results. If Nkunku comes, maybe he can share the goals.
Reece James, Nkunku, Fofana, Bediashile, Broha, Shaloba, Bettinelli is a goalkeeper, Lavia, and Caicedo, 2 players who cost 150 million, are injured.
As for Noni and Marco, I don't mention their names.
This one, I don't want their names.
They're going to sneak themselves in the list.
Liverpool and Arsenal and, of course, Man City also won this weekend. Easy victories for all of them. Arsenal got a 1-0 win against Everton. Man City came from behind to beat West Ham by 3-1. Kudus Mohamed came on as a second-half substitute. Liverpool also came from behind to win 3-1 against Wolves. That is the 3rd time this season already they've come from a goal down to win. Palace lost 3-1. Jordan Ayew got pulled out injured after 25 minutes or so it's not looking good for him. Fulham also beaten Luton by 1-0 as far as that's concerned. So that's the table. Manchester City top with 15 points from 5 games. So that's maximum. They've not dropped points. And then 13, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal. Arsenal will play Tottenham Hotspur next in a London derby. That is this coming weekend. Chelsea and Man United. 13th and 14th. Twins, okay. Anyway, that's that. We'll take a very, very short break. When we come back, we've got some more highlights to show you. Plus, we'll look at the Champions League games coming up this Tuesday and Wednesday. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone. We're on our last legs, okay? The time has absolutely flown by. Show brought to you by Pride Bet, Hunters, as well as Centex Tank. Karim.
Sweet.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Quickly, Ghanaian players abroad.
Yeah, so after the international break, it has proved to be a blessing for others, sort of a curse for others like Jordan Ayew, who got injured for Crystal Palace after 25 minutes. So this weekend, the only Ghanaian keeper in action was Abalora. He kept the post for FC Sheriff in their 5-1 win over Floresi in the Moldovan League. Then you've spoken an awful lot about Tariq Lamptey, so I won't go to him. Then I go to Joseph Atamalawe. After a very injury-disrupted season last term, this season he's really balling for Kasarispo. He played the full 90 minutes for them in their 2-1 win over Gaziantep. And in that game, he made 9 clearances in that game. Samson Bedo, I've spoken an awful lot about him in the past 3 weeks. Then we come to Derek Korn at left back. He plays for Hanover. They won 9-0. It's 7-0 rather, 7-0 against Osnabrück. That's a team Kwesi Ochereit plays for. In that game, he scored a goal, completed the most dribbles. That's 3. Then Yao Aka, he plays for the same team, Kasarespo, as Yao
Joseph Atamalawe.
In that game, he completed 37 out of the 40 passes he attempted.
Wow.
Then Jeff Schloff, they lost, but he was decent in that game. Then we come to Joseph Fensler. After missing the Black Stars game because of injury, he provided an assist as Genk won.
He's fit already?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Provided an assist as Genk won 2-0 at Union St. Gilloy. Then we come to Augustine Boache. This guy is balling. He plays for...
A former Wafa boy.
Yes, Wolfsburger. In the
He's boring.
He's balling.
He plays for Wolfsburger in the Wolfsburger in the Austrian Bundesliga.
Why did you say it after me, Karen?
they drew 3-3 at. The important thing is that they drew 3-3 at Stamgras, and in that game he provided an assist, won a penalty, created the most chances,
wow.
completed the most dribbles, 4. Wow. Then Iñaki Williams, Cadiz, the Athletic Club beat Cadiz 3-0. He scored the 3rd goal and was involved in the 2nd, not directly, but his cross.
And so what behind he made his debut for Standard Liège.
I need to talk an awful lot about him.
Yeah.
About more than 100 days, he's not played football, completed a loan move to Standard Liège to reunite with his former coach. On his debut, he scored in that game. His 2 out of 3 shots he attempted were on target and also completed 3 dribbles in that game. So that's it for them.
Thank you, Karim. So, and that was the Ghanaian Players Abroad segment. In La Liga, Barcelona, routine victory for them. Real Madrid, routine victory for them. Real Madrid, top of the table. They've won every single game so far this season. In Italy, AC Milan, like I indicated, they absolutely were destroyed, by Inter Milan. And AS Roma also found a way to beat Empoli by 7-0. Lukaku scored his first goal. Anyway, on Tuesday and Wednesday, Champions League football is back, okay? And these are the fixtures.
Feyenoord versus Celtic over 1.5.
Hey, Daniel.
Lazio versus Atletico.
You are giving predictions.
Under 2.5. AC Milan versus Newcastle over 1.5. PSG straight win. Young Boys Leipzig over 2.5. Man City and over 2.5. Barcelona and over 2.5. Shakhtar and then Porto. Porto win or draw. Quick.
Wednesday,
Galatasaray Copenhagen over 1.5.